Girl, stop apologizing. Day 34. You cannot do enough loads of laundry to make your husband support your dream. You cannot volunteer enough hours at church to make your sister understand your goals. You cannot earn your way to autonomy over your own life. It's a human right you were granted when you became an adult. If you need to, when you need to, raise your hand and ask for help, regardless of what anyone else thinks about it. There are 100 ways to learn to swim, and one very easy way to drown, and that is by being unwilling to admit you're drowning in the first place. Behavior 5. Build foundations for success. I spent years talking to women about how to reach for girls without realizing that many of them didn't have a strong foundation to keep up with their goals, even if they were motivated. The truth is, it doesn't matter if you're motivated to achieve a goal if your day-to-day life is going to sabotage you before you get very far. This lack of foundation wasn't even something I put a name to until I started to dig into the reasons women would list for why they were having so much trouble. The things we need in place before we can pursue our dreams are not what we often think of in relation to success. Typically, we just think of them as parts of life. But if we don't have these foundational elements squared away on the front end, reaching for anything else can feel like too much of a long shot. We have to do the necessary initial work if we are going to move forward in other ways. We need to set ourselves up to win. Think about it this way. You are like a vase. I heard this one time and I thought this was the greatest analogy ever. Imagine that you are a glass vase and you are standing up tall and someone is pouring water into you. That water is everything you could possibly need to survive. So you, as the glass vase, are filled with life and energy and nutrients and love and joy, all the good things. But we women often don't think about ourselves as much as we worry about everyone else, so we try and lean over. We tip our faces forward and backward and side to side so that the good things we are receiving will spill out to those around us. We give some to our children or our co-workers or our parents or our friends. We keep tipping ourselves over. We tip it a little bit here, we spill a little bit there, and eventually the vase falls over and breaks into 1,000 pieces. We spend so much effort trying to take care of others that we destroy ourselves in the process. But here's the incredible thing. If you're a vase and you're just stand up tall and proud on a firm foundation, if you just take in all the things that are being poured into you, what will eventually happen to the water in the vase? It will overflow and spill out to everyone around you. I know this is one of those things we hear all the time, and you're like, yeah, I've got it. I'm here to tell you, no, you don't got it. You don't. I'm challenging you right now. If you are uncomfortable, if you are aching, if you are tired, if you are anxious, if you are depressed, if you are suffering in any way, you are not standing firmly on a strong foundation and letting your vase overflow. You are not setting yourself up for success, but you can. And here are some tangible steps you can take to do just that. Get healthy. I can't think of anything that's any important to ensure success as feeling great, both physically and emotionally. It's certainly possible to achieve a goal even when you're not operating at the highest level, but it's way harder than it needs to be. You can drive with a flat tire, but when the car is fine-tuned and the gas tank is full, you can fly. Over the last decade, I've worked so hard to get physically and emotionally healthy, and while the road from there to here was filled with personal awareness and hard work and gaps of therapy, there are a handful of practical things I've identified as game changers for health that you too can implement. These are the 5 things I changed in my life over the years that made me feel physically capable of taking on all my big dreams. These are the 5 to thrive elements I mentioned earlier. 1. Hydration. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. Let's do easy math. Let's say you weigh 100 pounds. You are going to divide that in half. That's 50. So you should drink 50 ounces of water every single day to stay hydrated. At this point, I always get asked the same question. Doesn't that mean you have to pee all day? Yes, that's the point. It flushes all the bad stuff out of your body. Hydration is important for so many reasons, but it's especially important for those of you who are struggling with weight loss. Being dehydrated feels a lot like being hungry. Chances are you're not hungry, you are thirsty, but your brain doesn't know the difference, which is why you're struggling so much with the portion control. Try drinking a bottle of water and then think if you still need food. Or you might be like, I want this girl, I want this plane, I want to have a better life, I want to get promoted, I want to do this, but you don't have the energy and you keep giving up on your dreams and nothing seems to be working. You don't understand why, but you also haven't had water since last Tuesday, and that was only because some got in your mouth when you are brushing your teeth.